Just do it!
Our good friend Skylar from YCC. Woo!
Why you always push me up here like I'm gonna run away? You guys having a good night? Alright. Who's clap if you're drinking? That's the important one.
Yep.
Clap if you guys have a therapist.
Yep. Also.
Yeah. My therapist is actually really mad at me right now. Apparently, you're not supposed to snort the Xanax they give you, man. They never told me that shit. I'm in her office, my 3 o'clock comes up, I'm not gonna not take my medicine, right? That's ridiculous. So I start smashing it up on the table, just like. She looked at me, she's like, you can't do that. I was a gentleman too, I offered her a line. She was like, no, you gotta get out of here, man. You know who I'm really tired of yelling at me for shit I can't control? Old Christian white ladies. You guys are gonna have to jump on board. We're about to get dark. I can't say like, they're always like, you look like a bum. I'm like, bitch, I look like your savior. I don't know why you're Quit being mean to me, man. And their rebuttals are always like, you look like you smoke weed. And I'm like, I do. But name one person in history that looked like Jesus that didn't smoke weed. It's impossible. Statistically speaking, Jesus smoked weed. Just saying. Weed is the only reason I believe in God. I'm just kidding, I don't believe in God. How'd you guys going? Oh man. What else? Do you guys think that selling, like going door to door to try to sell religion, isn't that shit kind of weird?
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like we haven't heard the story. Like nowhere in the middle of your pitch for Jesus are they gonna go like, hey man, back up. For my sense? I didn't know. Yeah, come in. I thought I was Jewish. This is never gonna happen. Alright, so the dark stuff's over. That was all new shit, by the way.
New shit!
Man, you guys ever see some shit that you're just not ready to see? Man, he wasn't kidding. That life's bright, dude. Like, it's not the joke I was just saying. The other day I was hanging out on my couch, man, and my dog's next to me. I'm playing PlayStation. I'm having a really good time. And then my dog sharted, like a lot. I didn't even know they could do it. Like, that's how ignorant. I guess it makes sense that they could do it, right? But I wanted to be mad, but I was laughing way too hard to be mad. You ever try to like scold somebody while you're laughing? It doesn't work. And I could tell by the look on his face. He was just fucking. He wasn't ready for that shit either, man. He thought it was just gonna fart. It was real too. I didn't know I could do that. It was the craziest day of my life, man. And like I have people say weird shit to me too. Like it's not what they said that's weird, it's the person that said it. You know what I mean? Like I'm at my popular's house the other day. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna head out. And he was like, alright man, you have a blessed day. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, dude? It's not normally the person you hear that from. You normally hear that from like a little old lady behind the counter at the convenience store. You have a blessed day. I thought he knew some shit I didn't know. I was like, well, my drug is gonna kill me. That's what I Oh man, but that's a red flag in a drug dealer. You don't want that. You don't want that. Like, I think my mom missed a lot of red flags when I was growing up. Like a lot of red flags that was gonna be like, hey, that kid's gonna want to try drugs. You know what I mean? Like, and they're all over the place. Like for instance, the first time I went to the dentist, I asked the dentist. I looked him right in the eye, and I was like, hey man, you have any laughing gas I can take home with me? Like, that shit's really good, you know? And my mom was like, yeah, she didn't even know. And then the doctor caught on immediately. He was just like, get the fuck out of here, you future junkie. What are you doing? You can't just ask me for that. My mom was like, yeah, he's a good kid, hello. You know? She never caught on. But she would try to catch red flags that weren't red flags. Like I remember one time she was sweeping outside, and I thought that was weird. So I approached her and I was like, hey mom, I want to go to church early. And I think that was the red flag, weirdly. She was like, you're not that fucking fun, no, it was early. Like, he must be doing drugs, right? And I was like, I'm not doing drugs. And we got into an argument and everything. And I ended up picking the porch going up to the house. And what a fucking mistake that was, because she hit me in the head with a broom. That's what happened. I was yelling. It's not hard enough to hurt me, just hard enough to know who won that argument, you know? I I lost that argument. And I wish the story ended there, but it doesn't. Because I can't let that shit happen. Gotta have the last word. So I look at her and I'm like, oh, that's illegal. Like, what are you gonna do now? Like, your move, mom. You know what I mean? And so she's just like, I've never seen my mom super calm and mad at the same time. Like, it was so scared. She just goes, is it illegal? Is it? Okay. And then she snatches me by the back of my shirt and starts taking me to the neighbor's house. And like, the neighbor's a lawyer, so I kind of know where she's going with this. But like, part of me, like deep inside, I was like, oh, he's gonna stand up for me. He's a lawyer. He has to. He's like, yeah, he can't. He got a kid with a broom. That shit's crazy. But that part of me was wrong. He didn't stand up for me at all. He opens the door to my mom. My mom's tiny, by the way. Like, she's like this tall, and she has me in one hand and a broom in the other, just fucking seething. So the guy opens the door and tries to defuse the situation. He's like, oh, wow. Hey, what we got going on here? That's all this about. My mom interrupts and she's like, oh, he was being an asshole, so I hit him in the head with his broom. And he insisted on telling me it's illegal. Is it illegal, John? And he, I swear to God, this is his answer. He goes, yeah, I don't see why it would be. And he shut the door. Attorney at law was like, hit him, I don't give a shit. No, I'm kidding. He's met me though, so he was like, yeah, he is an asshole. You guys want to hear about the best fight I ever saw in my life?
Yes.
I don't accept that. You guys want to hear about the best fight I ever saw in my life? There we go. Best fight I ever saw in my life. It wasn't in a UFC match. It wasn't in like a boxing match or a movie. It was at a strip club. Hands down, best fight I ever saw was at a strip club. And don't get me like wrong, the fight was awesome, but it was everybody else that made the fight like over the top. Like, it was the only fight I've ever seen someone get like kicked in the chest, dude flew back, landed on the table like it wasn't a movie. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, that's awesome. And then like I look at the sides, the two side stages, and the strippers are what ultimately made the fight for me. Because you could tell the rookies from the veterans immediately. Immediately. Like, I look over and the two side stages, they take up front it. As soon as chairs are flying, they're fucking out of there. And I was like, that's probably protocol, right? If there's a fight in a strip club, they go in the back, you don't want to get hit with a chair. And I couldn't have been more wrong. Because I look up to the main stage, and this veteran of a stripper, you guys, I'm pretty sure she had tenure. You know? Like, they're kind of like teachers. They teach you, but not today. You're like, don't date that girl, dude. She's dancing while chairs are flying. Like, she's braver than me. I'm not gonna talk to her. So, but like, yeah, she like, as I'm telling myself, I'm like, oh, damn, like, she's professional. Like, she knows the show must go on. I hear this guy behind me yell at the top of his lungs. He goes,
Why are you guys fighting when these girls got them titties out?
and I was like, what the fuck? And I turned around to see this like 1-2 gentlemen just standing there holding a beer, and I was like, okay. And I went and sat down. That's not even the crazy part of the night. It was like that dude showed up to my table with a round of shots and invited us to church that weekend. Best fight I've ever seen in my life. We had strippers, shots, and church. All in the same little venue, man. It was amazing. Yeah, and I remember I had to call in to work to go there. I couldn't tell anybody about it. You ever do that? You ever fake call on to work, but you don't plan it out? That's the worst. Like, your friends are like, hey man, we're gonna go have fun. And you're like, God damn it, I wanna go. So I'll just call in, right? And you call in, you don't plan it out, your boss answers the phone, and you're like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. And that clever son of a bitch, he just goes, why? And you just panic. You're just like, hey man, you want to know why I'm calling in? You can't say dollar pictures. Are you out of your fucking mind? Sick, that's good. Yeah, dude, I'll be there for sure. Yeah, I'm sick, man. I don't think I'm going there. The cool thing is, if you do that, they don't fire you. It's not even that big deal. It's whatever. Find a new job. But like, I remember the first time I did it, like that was the worst. Same scenario. I called in, boss answered. He said, why? I was like, fuck. And I just panicked. I was just like, polio? I got polio. Hey man, don't worry. The doctor says I'm a trooper. Like, I got the vax. I wouldn't worry about it, man. I'll be there tomorrow. Cool thing is, they only fire you. It's not that big a deal. Thank you guys so much for that video.
slacker.
Never did I have a lot of dough.
I'm a slacker.
Smoking pot and watching videos.
I'm a slacker.
Go whichever way the wind